Okay. So, this is Inktober, day 6. I am Gazbot, and I'm trying a new setup. I'm having a hard time getting the camera to capture everything I want. The downside is I can't really see what's going on when you chat, so I'll have to periodically stop and look. So if I seem like I'm ignoring you, I am not. And now this is Goldar / Griffizor from Power Rangers or Super Sentai Zyuranger. What I've done, actually I'm going to turn off this light, I think it might look a little better because I have a light box underneath. And what I've done, thank you for the hearts. Hey Ox, I just stood up so I could see you. What I've done this time, instead of mucking around with pencils, I sort of did digital pencils. And printed that out, put it on the light box. And so here we go, with the Inktober side of it. So welcome to everybody joining, thank you for the hearts. And hopefully, I'm probably going to do copic color on this, but it'd probably take too long, so maybe I'll do that as a second session tomorrow. Today I'm just doing the inks, trying to get in under the midnight deadline for Inktober, at least for me here on the West Coast of America. Of America. Now, actually, I said this is Goldar / Griffizor. Welcome to the channel, everybody. But it actually, if I'm being honest, is definitely Goldar. And the reason for that is when I was looking up reference for the suit actor and the mask, I kind of did a composite, because in America, in Power Rangers, they had like 4 or 5 different masks over the seasons and in the movie and everything else. And so I did a composite of all of those versions to create this. So if it was truly just Griffizor from Super Sentai, it would be more that based on that one mask, which would be like Season 1 Power Rangers. So this is definitely the American style character. So you can see I turn off. There's the inks. I'm using a Japanese brush pen. Double-sided. It has gray on the other side, although I don't think I'll be using that. Because like I said, I think I'm going to color this up with copics when the inking is done later. You know what? I'm going to put on some music. I'm going to put on some Power Ranger music.
Yeah!
Says my cheerleader in the background. I don't know if that's loud enough for you guys to hear. Welcome to the channel. I don't know if that's loud enough for you guys to hear, but that is the original Power Rangers theme starting. But this is the Pelican version, which is sort of a medley of all the Power Rangers themes up through Super Mega Force. And I've listened to this so many times. It's awesome for when you're driving or if you're working out or something. At least for me, it really gets me pumped up. I'm switching to another pen because that one was running out of ink. Yeah, this is better. It's got more ink and also you get more fine detail line like in here, see? I tend to do a lot of my ink work on Lightbox like this because I'm not super confident enough in my inks that I'm willing to, you know, if I do the pencils rough, then I make 1 or 2 mistakes in the inks and I might ruin a whole picture, so I like to sort of, when I was in art school I used to do it on vellum, which is like a really thick tracing paper, and I guess this is sort of the more high-tech version of that. Thank you very much. For those joining late, like I said earlier, it's a little difficult for me to see the comments the way I have it set up. I actually have to stop drawing and kind of look up to see. So if anybody says anything and I seem to be ignoring them, I am definitely not ignoring it. And I appreciate anybody that wanted to stop in and take a look. What was that? Ox? I must believe in my inks. I do believe, I think I get good line quality with the brushes and stuff. My final product is good. But I just feel more comfortable, especially something like this where I'm talking and I'm kind of distracted, you know, if I know that all the heavy lifting is done ahead of time with like really tight digital pencils, then I'm a little more comfortable. And you'll get better inks. I'll get better inks that way because I feel more confident to experiment with line weights and things as opposed to just worrying about getting the character looking right. Thank you. I think you are rad. And you'll notice I keep turning it off to see what it looks like without the light box rough behind it, and that's just to give me an idea that everything's coming out all right. I don't want to get the tunnel vision of just looking at the light box there. I almost did Lord Zed. It was a toss-up between the two. I was definitely going to do a Power Rangers today. I've kind of been not digging Inktober. I've been having a hard time getting into it. Last year I was way more into it, and I don't know why, but I think it's just because I wasn't allowing myself to geek out and do some fanboy art. So I said, well, I've been on a Power Rangers kick for, you know, a year and a half now. I might as well do something with that. And I like monsters, and it's Halloween, so Goldar it is. And Goldar was kind of a more developed character in Power Rangers than he was in Zyuranger anyway. Pretty much the only thing I think he had going for him in Zyuranger, as opposed to Power Rangers, was that he had the relationship with Lami, who is Scorpina. If you haven't seen it, I won't talk about it too much. But other than that, he was a much more interesting character in the American version, especially in the later seasons with when Zed came along. I really dug how comically loyal he was, and when Zed and Rita started kind of having the romance, he's always like, I hate this, and I don't know. I always thought that was hilarious, considering what a crazy, badass warrior he is. Power Rangers, yeah. You know, it's not even part of my childhood. I mean, it kind of is, but I was like a teenager when it was on. But I like it so much that it might as well have been part of my childhood. And if you like Power Rangers, you should definitely check out the Sentai from Japan if you haven't, of Zyuranger and all of them. Some of them are very similar, but some of them are way different. Let me take a look what he's looking like. Yeah, that's a vicious mouth. When I was looking at the different masks to see what he looked like, I always thought he had a kind of a cat-like face, which some of the masks do, but in a weird way that's sort of like incorrect. If, you know, an official mask can be incorrect, because he's kind of modeled after like a monkey of some kind, like a fly. I always thought it kind of was like a flying monkey, like from Wizard of Oz a bit, you know, with the wings and the fur and the tail and stuff. But yeah, the cat features, like, you can't deny it, like especially in the muzzle kind of thing. But I think the exaggerated gums help make him look more monkey and less cat. And so, like I said, when I was looking at reference, I sort of pulled from the ones that had that more sort of big gum mouth. And then the armor, I just picked the one that was easiest to draw, because he had a couple, you know, the headdress sort of, again, has variations. That's kind of my favorite sort of thing, though, when I'm doing research of a specific character, especially like a live action thing like that.
Dazzle says he wanted to do a versus series with Goldar versus the Megazord. Nitrogen.
Oh, that's cool. That's cute, helping me out. Yeah, I would love to see that, Dasm. That's Dasm. If you somehow know who I am and don't know who he is, that's crazy. He's a great artist, and I pretty much am on Periscope because of him. So check him out.
Janelle says,
oh, actually, his name on Periscope is Reno Masad, though.
A bunch of people are saying they love it. Love Goldar.
I love all of you, and Goldar loves you. Goldar is great. He was such a long-lasting villain too. Like, he outlasted Rita, and then she came back, and he didn't even like her anymore. Take another peek. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna color him up, but I definitely am not gonna do that today because it would just take way too long. Not that I don't have time to do it, but I don't expect people to watch for that long.
Janelle says hello from New Jersey.
Hey Janelle, I'm from New Jersey originally.
And Monsters and Stuff says rad design.
Monsters and Stuff, I not only appreciate your compliment, but I appreciate the phrasing of your compliment. Rad as well to you, sir. Or ma'am. Wow, that's really lucky. I was saying how I have a hard time reading.
They're asking what part of New Jersey.
I'm from all over, but Red Bank, Middletown is sort of my hometown. Kind of Kevin Smith area, you know. Did a lot of work up in New York, though, with the aforementioned Reno Masad, amongst others. I went to school at SVA in New York for animation, which I did a bunch of in New York, although now that I'm in California now, and I do much less of it. I do a lot more illustration, and lately more comic book stuff.
Janelle says thumbs up.
Thumbs up back. Alright, this is working out.
Reno, Dazzle's asking when our next convention is.
That is going to be the end of November. I want to say the beginning of November, 7th, I believe. It's in Campbell. which is around here.
And 9 Day says, hey, that's how a light box works.
Now he knows.
So Janelle's asking if this is for a tattoo.
No, I actually a million years ago I did tattoo flash, which is the flat artwork you see there. I can't do tattoos, but I used to sell artwork for tattoos, but not anything this specific. It was like a skeleton and a fiery heart and just sort of the generic stuff you might find there.
Apparently Ox knows Dazzle, and it was talking about how he was plastering Dazzle stickers all over his stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
St. Castro says, screw Rita, she went soft after she fell in love with Zed.
I agree. Although I will say that the American actor that replaced the Japanese actor did do a really good job continuing with like the facial features and stuff. But she was a little bit more fun before she fell in love. But I think Goldar became more comedically fun, at least, because of how much he did not like their relationship. Which again is just such a ridiculous thing in the Power Rangers, that a subplot was Goldar being angry about their marriage. It made me laugh every time.
Rita did it up, says Dazzle. American Rita did it up, says Dazzle.
Yeah, she did a really good job. I've never seen her at a convention. I'm sure she does some Power Ranger ones. I'm surprised she doesn't do more though, because she's so, she would be more recognizable than like the guys that wear the suits and stuff. Yeah, we're actually, Q and I are going to Power Morphicon next year, which I've never been to. And not the table, just to go as fans. I thought about tabling because I have some Green Ranger prints and stuff, which are actually on my Etsy store if you're so interested. But I didn't want to not be able to enjoy it and see the actors and the panels and stuff. Let's see where we're at. All right, face is coming along pretty good.
How long did this sketch take you? Asked somebody. I couldn't see it. We'll find it fast.
Not terribly long. A half hour to an hour, maybe. I mean, not terribly long for me. I'm pretty slow. A lot of people are faster. I would say less, an hour at the most, but I wasn't timing it, to be honest. And luckily, sometimes research can take a really long time, but luckily I found a page which I would mention by name if I could remember it off the top of my head, but it was just sort of like a Power Ranger fan page where somebody had gone through and found every version of Goldar's mask that there was throughout the series. And as I said earlier, that's what I used for my reference, a composite of all those different versions to make kind of the penultimate version.
St. Castro says, awesome detail work. I am a very slow artist as well.
Well, thank you. Then we are brethren.
Sketchy Scenario asks what kind of pens you use.
I use a bunch of different kinds. This is a Japanese brush pen. I don't know the name of it in English. It just has kanji on it. But it's black on one side, gray on the other. And here's the package, actually. I buy them at a store called Kinokuniya, which is here in California, but they also have them in New York and I think Chicago. And if they don't have one near you, you could go online and find them. But honestly, any brush pen would probably do if you're trying to get this sort of effect. This sort of the lazy, good inking effect. Like I went to Joe Kubert School for a year, which is a comic book art school, where they trained us to use dip pens and brushes like the official old school way. And I learned it, but once I got brush pens, I was like, oh, I could get almost the same effect with way less effort and cleanup.
Dazzle was saying that Jet Pens has some good deals.
Yes, I have bought pens from Jet Pens. I agree with Dasm. Is it coming up as Dasm or Reno?
It's coming up as Reno Masad.
Okay.
Sorry, Reno.
When she says Dasm, she means Reno Masad. And I only make the distinction because if you're looking for him anywhere...
Castro wants to know if this brush pen works on canvas. Sorry, the questions are coming.
No, I understand. Thank you for helping. Honestly, I don't know. I've never tried to use it on canvas. I will say that it takes a minute to dry, so if you're working wet, it could very easily bleed, which could be good or bad depending on how you work. I know, like Adam Hughes uses copics, and he likes them really wet and mixes them around almost like they are paint. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're not that expensive. I want to say they're around $3 a piece. I buy them by the box. But I would say get one and play with it, and if it doesn't work on your canvas, then just use it for sketching or something, because they're great pens, especially for the price. I mean, you can maybe get more deluxe pens, but for $3 or less, if you decide you like them like me and buy them wholesale.
St. Castro will accept this challenge.
You're the Barney Stinson of the art world, which is a How I Met Your Mother reference for those who don't know. Can you guys hear the music, or is that just for me? No one's answering. Nobody can hear the music. That's fine.
Love how you got the soundtrack in the background.
Oh! Awesome. Oh, good. You do hear it. I guess there's just a little bit of a delay. Yeah, for those that didn't hear me say it before, that's Pelike. He's like a YouTube... I forget where he's from. I want to say Scandinavia or Norway or something. But he's like a metal guy, but he does a lot of covers. And he did this, like, what do you call it, mega mix or something of all the Power Ranger themes. And I guess Saban liked it enough that they licensed it and put it up on YouTube as like an official release, which is pretty awesome. That would be like if Saban saw this and was like, this is our official Goldar art. Saban, are you listening? Saban? I love you, Saban. Let me take a look again. Reno. Thank you, Reno. Yeah, I've heard of. I mean, it does happen on rare occasions. I think you kind of have to be internet famous first, and I don't think I'm quite there yet. This little collar thing. I never noticed this collar design down on the bottom here. Well, you can't really see it because I'm not done yet. I never really noticed it in the show, but when I was looking at the reference, it's kind of prominent, and it's supposed to be, you know, part of his armor and some kind of neck protection, obviously. But when I saw it, it made me think of more like a dog collar, because he is sort of like, you know, a lackey lapdog to either Rita or Zed or whoever. And I just like imagining that instead of being a piece of, you know, throat armor, it's some enchanted thing that if he could get it off, he could be free and just like kill them. But you know, this little crystal is making him be super loyal, and he doesn't even know it. See what, now this down here are the furry things that hang down from his shoulders. I'm going to use a different brush for that, so I'm going to come back to that. None of our real names. I missed the beginning of that. All I saw was none of our real names. I guess you're referring to the fact that most artists use pseudonyms. Who needs real names? Yeah. Well, I go by Gazbot as my art name, but in real life I go by Gaz, so it's almost my real name. I just want to be a robot.
Goldar needs a girlfriend. Goldar has a girlfriend.
Well, Goldar doesn't. Yeah, this is what I was saying before, that in the Super Sentai, not the Power Ranger, but the Zyuranger, which it was based on, Goldar, his girlfriend was Lami, who in America was Scorpina. And they didn't really do much with that in America. I don't know why. I guess because they figured it was a boys' show and boys don't like romance or something. I don't know. But that was what I was saying, is like the main thing that is better about him in Super Sentai was that. Otherwise, I prefer him in Power Rangers. Although in the later seasons, he got pretty chummy with Rita's brother. So maybe, you know, maybe he needs a boyfriend. Maybe, you know, that could work out too.
Whoa!
they were pals. They got along really well. They had laughs. They got angry at Zed. Monsters need love too, wherever they can find it. All right.
Road dogs.
Road.
St. Castro said road dogs.
I don't know what that is. Road dogs. I'm sorry, I'm not getting that reference. Or it's just completely random, in which case, you know, I applaud that. Maybe you're supposed to say it like Roadhouse. Road dogs. Is St. Castro the one from New Jersey?
Oh, that was his road dog.
Oh, yes. Now, okay, I got you. Road dogs. All right, I'm gonna have to stand up to get this part here. I don't know how. I'll try not to block the camera, but.
St. Castro's from NYC.
Oh wow. Well, that's almost like New Jersey, only a little bit worse. No. What? Oh my God. This guy here. I don't know what this thing on his head is supposed to be. I mean, it's obviously part of his battle armor, but it always looked to be like kind of some kind of crown or tiara or something. All right, I know people hate when you do this, but I'm gonna have to tilt this. I apologize for this. I'll put it back in a second, but I want to get this arc correct. And I'll return to a more user-friendly viewing angle in 1 second. There we go. See? Boom. That was quick, right? Chicago.
Artie's from Chicago.
Chicago's cool. I've been there once or twice. I went there. When I was a kid, I wanted to go to Chicago all the time because I heard they had these sit-down BattleTech machines that like you sit in like and pilot the robot. And I never got to go until way later. And when I finally went, they still had them, but the technology, which I had heard about being like super advanced, by that time was like super dated and nobody cared about it. It was like a big letdown. It was that, I think it was at Dave & Buster's was the thing. I'm gonna put some black in here. Take a look. All right, we're getting there. It's cool so many people are up to hang out late with me. I mean, it's like 11 here. I know on the East Coast that's 12, 1, like going on 2, I think, and wherever anybody else is. I kind of thought I'd be working by myself, so thanks for keeping me company. And Goldar thanks you too. I was gonna do a Goldar impression, but I realized that I have no idea how to do a Goldar impression. Nope, I was right. I have no idea. I have no idea how to do a Goldar impression.
Artie's never sleep, says St. Castro, and Dazzum is prepping for the con.
Oh, really? This early? Well, good for you. Wait, does it start? Dazzum AKA Reno Masad is going to be tabling at New York Comic Con, so you should check him out. He has some cool prints and other
Oh,
stuff.
we got someone from Puerto Rico, Tito Thousands.
Oh, awesome. Hello to Puerto Rico. Does Comic Con start Thursday this year in New York? I haven't been in so long. I go to San Diego now. I don't even know what time stuff starts in New York. All right. I apologize. I'm gonna have to turn it again. I forgot to get this other side of his little tiara headdress. Yeah, Thursday. Oh crap! So you're going tomorrow. Damn, you must be nervous and excited all at once. This is the line. All right, I'm back. Oops, sorry about that. There's a little metal bar down here I keep banging into. I apologize for the noise. All right. So, you know, oh, I'm gonna switch to a different pen, but first let me finish the piping, I guess, for lack of a better term, over here. I lied. I gotta turn it again. I'm sorry. What do we got here? Stupid nervous. All I got was stupid nervous, but I wouldn't sweat it too much, dude. You're a great artist, and if things don't go well, it's not going to be because you did a bad job, you know? I think I lost my translator. Q was translating for me, but she is playing League of Legends, and I think things got intense over there.
Yes.
So my responses will be a little less timely now. A little bit of smear there. That's my fault for going too quick. Yeah, I can't believe you guys... Do you guys know each other? Or Ox, did you just start following him as like a fan of his art? Or how did that even come about? I ask and then not be able to see the answer. Following you. It's funny, I was talking to somebody about how I was trying to get Periscope going. And they were like, yeah, good luck, nobody uses that. And that might be true, except for artists, because I see lots of artists doing streams and watching streams. And so, like, maybe whatever Periscope was supposed to be for, maybe the artists are just taking it over, which sounds good to me. We should take over everything. All right, let me turn that off. Okay, I'm going to switch to a bigger brush pen real quick. I'm going to pull out my Star Wars pencil case. Periscope started hit recently. Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously, I just got on it recently. But I guess the thought was that it was supposed to be... I don't know, he's more like a tech advertising guy. So maybe he was trying to get stuff going on there. I don't know. It wasn't a very long conversation. But like I said, I know whatever problems he's having, The art community doesn't seem to be having that problem. And this pen might not be thick enough either, let me see. It's good for an outline, but I think I actually might have to go in with a heavy black Copic or something. So this is going to be mostly black and dark gray in here for the, I don't know what these things are. They're like fur tails, which goes along with the theme of Goldar being like a monkey monster. That's what she said. And thanks for the hearts, everybody, by the way. But what was the fur tails? Yeah, they kind of go over his shoulder, but then they look like they have the little like fangs or claws coming at the end, which probably aren't going to be in this picture. But again, I was spending a lot of time studying his costume, and let's see where we're at. All right, that works. Yeah, I'm gonna just put some detail with this, but not get too crazy because I'm gonna do a lot of it with the gray Copics later. Question for artist. Okay, I saw that. Question for artist. Sounds like a slogan. Question for artist. How do you improve the world? Oh no, what advice, Ken? And it faded. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Well, maybe the other artists that are on the stream saw it, but I did not. Time and stick with it. Whatever Ox says is probably true. I'm gonna assume it was how do you get good? Practice every, yeah, that's clearly the question was how do you get better? And practice and spending time. I completely agree. Consistency. Now, I don't know if Reno means consistency of practice, which would be true, but also consistency of style is sort of true, too. Not that you have to worry about your style, but practice all day, agree. You look at some artists, though, and I'm kind of taking it in a tangent. I agree that practice and consistency every day. But if you look at an artist, like, look at Jack Kirby, who everybody, loves and reveres. And I'm not saying this to be a jerk, but, like, in some ways his art is not great. There's a lot of bad things in his art, but he's confident and consistent with his style, and that sells it, And he also probably drew every day all day. I'm not a jerk. I don't have a problem with Jack Kirby. I'm just saying, objectively, his anatomy is wrong. But that doesn't matter, and there's a lot of artists. I mean, look at, like, Todd McFarlane from the 90s, or, Ed McGuinness, or there's a lot of artists that have, like, things that are quote-unquote wrong with their art, but it's consistent and confident. And so we buy it and we believe it. We got Spec up in here. Welcome to all, including the Spec crew. Let's see what we got. All right, that'll work. That gives a nice base that I could put the gray on later. I might have to go back in and put some highlights on the metal. But for now, I'm going to work on the fur tails. Somebody called them tails, but this doesn't seem right to me. I don't know who jumped in from Reno and I used to work at Spec Studios together. Well, I worked for him, if you want to be more accurate. And I guess some of the other guys from the crew are on, although I'm having a hard time watching and drawing at the same time, so I don't know who. So I'll just say hello to whoever it is that, if I know them. And if I don't know you, also hello. Oh, Ronan. I know him. He's a samurai without a master, because he's no longer at Spec. He's a powerful ally and a dangerous foe. Like Goldar. Let's see what we got. Alright, that's working. Oh, you know what? I should put in a bit of his shoulder. Not that you're going to see much of it, but just so that he's not a floating head. 3 lines. Shoulder armor. Sold. Alright, so get these guys going. We're all masterless samurais now. True enough. Yo, so Reno, you're going to be at Comic-Con. You're going to get me those Dino Charger exclusives, right, from Bandai? That shouldn't be a problem, right? You just pick them up, just walk on over. Thanks, buddy. I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back, and I'll give you $1 extra for your trouble. I mean, what, you got to wait online for a couple hours? That's no big deal, right? I didn't see your response, but I'll assume it was an enthusiastic, yeah, no problem. No, I'm only kidding. I mean, because you're not into that anyway. It'd be one thing if you were waiting online for yourself, but...
They're asking if you have the same handle on Instagram.
Haha, that's funny. On Instagram, I'm Gazbot with 2 T's. I've been working hard to unify all my social media. And I just got the Twitter Gazbot like yesterday, and I think I'm Gazbot with 1 T on everything except for Instagram, where I'm Gazbot with 2 T's. And the Gazbot with 1 T doesn't use his account, and I've been trying to get a hold of him to ask him to let me have it, but I haven't heard back yet.
Reno said if you get them, do you want both?
Both?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know what that means.
there's a set of dyno chargers which look like little silver batteries. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know what the other thing is. There's like a vinyl or something. If the unification is no. It is. If we all get the same name, then peace in our time. I thought the dyno charge keys were the rather dyno chargers were the only exclusive I was aware of that I was specifically looking for. I'm trying with the Reno. I'm down with the Reno. Reno, Nevada. It's right near me, actually. All right, let's see. So we got all the heavy work done. Going to put a couple highlights in for the armor and some shading. I'm gonna actually switch now. Instead of using a brush pen, instead of using a brush pen, I'm gonna use some microns. And I'm gonna start with 3. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put some shading. I'm imagining the light is coming from underneath, so it's...
Spider joined.
Hello, Spider. My friend used to have a paintball gun called a Spider. I don't know what that has to do with anything. There you go. Mine was a Tipman. Ooh.
Wow. Reno is giving you 265 hearts.
Wow. Thanks, man. You're going to run out. Be careful. Actually, you know what? Now that I turn that light off, I'll turn this light on. There we go. See a little bit better? There.
Castro says this app has taken over his life.
Be careful. Make sure to do your own art, not just watch others. Hopefully, any artists that are watching are also working at the same time. That would be the ideal situation.
Draw Gaz, drawing Goldar.
I was going to say, they'd have to know what I look like, but there's pictures of me everywhere, so that would not be difficult. I'm not going to go too crazy on the shading. I'm kind of keeping it simple on purpose because I'm doing this more just to indicate the material that it's metal as opposed to something organic, because I'm going to do most of the shading with copics later. This is not my like normal, if I was inking it all by itself, shading style.
You should talk about what's your YouTube channel name?
Somebody asked that, or are you telling me that?
I'm telling you.
My YouTube channel name is also Gazbot. Everything is Gazbot. I'm everywhere as Gazbot. I'm the botanist Gaz there is, and the Gaznest bot in the galaxy. Yeah, I got a YouTube channel. You want to fight about it? I do a lot of art stuff on there. I also do toy reviews and stuff like that. I just did a video. I did a comic book convention. It was the Alternative Press Expo 8 here in San Jose. It used to be in San Francisco. Before that, it was in San Jose, but that was like 20 years ago. Tabled there this past weekend. Did not have the most successful weekend, but I kind of made a mini documentary about it that you can see on my YouTube channel. It's a mini documentary that's like an hour long, so you know it's really only good if you're interested in what it's like to go to a con and maybe get some tips and stuff. It's good to put on the background while you're drawing. Somebody, oh man, welcome to the channel. I see a couple people joining. I keep missing comments, and again, I apologize. I'm definitely not ignoring anybody on purpose. I just...
Someone said Ungoy.
Ungoy. Oh, well then, yes, Ungoy as well. Put a little bit more shadow here. Yeah, I was originally going to do this grayscale with the Copics, but the more I look at it... Yeah, the more I look at it, I think I got to do him with a nice blue monkey face.
Blue.
Yeah, blue monkey face.
Blue.
Maybe green.
Can people hear me?
I think so. Can you guys hear Q, the female in the background? Oh, you watched so much Japan? Oh, thanks. I got to catch up on those. I just put one up recently, the Gazbot in Japan videos. I have 13 or 14 total, and I've done, I think, 5.
Oh shit, they can hear me!
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
our Passaby is an artist as well.
I hope everybody that's, well, I don't hope everybody, not everyone has to be an artist, but I enjoy that other artists would watch, because I like to watch other artists too, so I get it. And if you're not an artist, you're also welcome. If you're just a Power Rangers fan, you're also welcome.
Did we visit the Hot Toy store when we went to Japan?
No,
No,
we didn't. I actually looked for it one day, and I don't know if this made it into one of the videos or not, but I think it was one day where Q was doing something else, or maybe I got up early, and I looked for it and could not find it. Which I had a list of like 100 places, some of which like 100 toy stores to look at in addition to other things, and that was one of them. But it was like a medium priority list, and I couldn't find it. So after like an hour of looking, I was like, I don't want to waste all day looking for this. Not that I'm against Hot Toys or anything, but I don't. Oddly, a lot of the prices were not much better than they are here. So if I found a Hot Toys, it wouldn't be like, oh, look, it's $50. It would still be several $100s.
Our Passaby was asking if that is a Power Rangers villain, as he's not entirely familiar.
Yes, this is a Power Rangers villain known as Goldar, who is also from the Japanese sentai known as Griffizor. He was like a lieutenant, like a second in command kind of guy. Sort of a, like, I've heard him described as a cat monster, but I think he's more of like an evil flying monkey, like a Wizard of Oz kind of thing, but he wore like gold battle armor, like a centurion. And he started off pretty vicious, and then towards the end he got more comedic. And yeah, for anybody
new to this Periscope thing, so would love some artists to look up and follow from Sketchy Scenario.
Well, Reno Masad, who is or was in this channel, is who kind of got me into it, so definitely check him out.
Also, follow Gaz!
You follow me, obviously. Unless you hate what I'm doing, in which case, don't. I don't this is only like my 3rd or 4th time doing it. I don't do it that often, but also because I'm kind of new to it. Reno does it very often, or at least has in the past, and I dug what he was doing. I said, you know what? I gotta try to emulate some of that success. He's cranking out some awesome stuff.
Gotta be more like Dasm.
Yep.
Reno.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Dasm and Reno are the same person. Just for any confusion.
Says, no, it's great. You're awesome.
Hey, all right, you're awesome. All right.
Our Passaby says he's more into telescope.
Bom bom bom. I want to make. What's another scope? Quick! I'm into microscope. I'm into
I'm into rotoscope.
Oh yes. I'm into zoetrope.
No, that's not a scope.
Well, it's a trope. It's an animation joke. I do have an animation degree.
I'm into sentai tropes.
Bah. Sentai, again, for those that are new or who don't know, is what Power Rangers is in Japan. And if you like Power Rangers and haven't seen it, you should check it out. And if you don't like Power Rangers, check it out, and maybe it'll get you into Power Rangers.
9ND said they started scoping art of it recently, and then the comment disappeared.
Oh, well, good. Keep it up.
Is that Ronan making fun of me for saying Dazzle-Reno? It's weird. It's weird, because I've never met Dasm, but I have heard...
You mean Reno?
I've never met Reno, but I heard about him for years,
right.
Mostly as Dasm. And so this whole Reno thing, I just don't understand. So it's
well, I know.
No, I understand, but my brain doesn't connect the two.
He's rebranded. What is your account name?
What's your account name again?
Oh, anybody that's asking about my account name, it's Gazbot with 2 T's on Instagram or Gazbot with 1 T on Twitter.
Oh, what about Periscope?
Isn't Periscope Twitter?
I think so.
I'm Gazbot everywhere, and if you can't find me, add another T. That's the answer.
One of these days, Reno, I'm gonna ask you to tell me the story of the evolution of your name.
Dude, you didn't figure it out?
No, I know, but like the why.
Oh.
Batarang 69 says nice! Exclamation! 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 Exclamation!
Thanks, Batarang 69.
And our Passaby was saying Periscope, so we believe his name is Gazbot on Periscope. Let me double check here.
That's what I thought it was, but I'm terrible at computer. This last year is the most I've done social media ever in my life, so I apologize.
No, that's what I'm saying, Reno. I'm saying you gotta tell me some other time. How do we get to the Periscope?
Periscope is...
Gazbot on Periscope.
Is with one T?
Gazbot.
Confirmed! Gazbot on
It
Periscope.
still says your old Twitter name. It still says @Gazbomb on there somewhere.
Oh.
Maybe you have to fix it in your profile.
Alright, well, regardless of what it may or may not say, Gazbot with one T should be me. If you see another Gazbot, it's most likely an inactive account, because that's all the ones that I don't own. I've tried to get from people that don't seem to use them, and with some success.
Oh. Traditional drawing has more quality than digital, but I'm not saying digital is not cool, from our Pasadena.
Well, I don't know if you came in late, but if you look, this was a digital sketch I did that I lightboxed the broad strokes, and now I'm going in and detailing. So I'm kind of doing a hybrid of both. I think there's something nice about a finished ink piece, but I like doing the thinking in digital. It's mainly because it's easier to erase than have a smudged up piece of paper like with pencil.
This is like a super deluxe Inktober.
Yeah, well that's why I periscoped it. Yeah, all my other Inktobers were like sketchy little garbage, and this one is like phase 1, and then I'll use copics.
Keep up the social media grind is the best way to get your work out there, says Reno.
Well, you would know, dude. And I don't disagree.
Stupid question, but what are you using to record yourself drawing in sketchy scenario?
This is an iPhone. I just got an iPhone S with that monthly plan deal, but previously I had an iPhone 4S. So I don't think you need to have the newest iPhone. I think Android works too.
9N says digital sketch is nice because it saves paper and easy to resize.
That's true.
Our Pasadena says they have an Instagram. RPASIBE.
Everybody follow everybody. That's the plan.
9N oh no. 9N is an Android.
Whoa, I've never met an Android.
No, they have an Android.
Oh.
But they said I am Android. Our Pasadena, your stuff is awesome.
I'm going to take her word for it. Our Pasadena.
I'm going to follow you.
Originally I had some flames in the background, which I may or may not add, but I think I'm going to leave that Copic. I don't want to make like a hard ink line there. Alright. Coming in the home stretch here. We'll put a little something on that gemstone. I'm going to switch to...
Oh, that's a nice Goku and Gohan on Pasadena.
Uh-oh, she loves Dragon Ball. He's just got a fan. I'm going to switch to a 0.1 micron. And put a little bit of shady texture.
Shady texture.
I think this is a red stone, but I don't want it to look too flat.
You can't trust that texture.
No, you can't. It's very shady. One of the first periscopes I did,
Reno says this is looking hot. Flame emoji.
Well, flame emoji to you, sir. Thank you. Thank you to everybody that's watching, and thank you for all the hearts and all the likes and the attention. What was I going to say? I don't know. I got overwhelmed with all the positivity. All right, I'm going to go back in with the brush pen real quick. The original brush pen. Just to put a little bit of darker... I would say dark highlights.
St. Castro says your announcer, me, is awesome! Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation!
I agree. Thank you.
Pasadena wishes we always had videos like this. 24/7 Periscope.
You know, I don't think that'd be that tough. If everybody here did one once a day, that might be it. How many people we got? We got 17. Okay, so we got 17 people in here right now. So we just got to get like 7 more. Is that equal 24? And then each do one for an hour.
Oh, Reno says your Bebop and Rocksteady prints are the bomb, dude.
Thanks, man. That was that was one of my best sellers at the show. Not that I sold a lot, but.
You have them on your site? Question mark.
You know what? I don't. I had Bebop, but I had run out of prints. They will be. After I get done with this, I'm actually going to go update, and the Bebop and Rocksteady will be on my Etsy site. And Etsy is Gazbot, just like everything else. But I think you could see them on my Facebook page too, which is also Gazbot.
You can see it on Gazbot.com.
Yeah, that's my webpage. Although I hardly ever see anybody there, because it's like there's nothing you could really do. It's just sort of I have it.
And yes, your Etsy shop is Gazbot.
There you go. But they're not available up there to buy, but you can go look at them at my other things.
They will be soon.
They will be soon. I wanted to wait till after the show. I got a bunch of new stuff I got to put up there, actually. Yeah, I don't know what you call... I always say shadow highlights when I do this kind of stuff.
Reno says he's still got to commission that Catwoman soon.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that, man. I'm totally down to do that. But probably... I got a trip coming up to the East Coast I'll just come to your house and do it. How's that sound?
St. Castro says it would be dope if we formed an artist alliance that did videos on schedule.
That would be dope. Although artists being on schedule, I like the alliance part. And if my schedule could be whenever I do it.
St. Castro said, like gamers do.
True. I like the way you're thinking.
Our Passaby, somebody's asking what his Instagram is. It's the same as his username here.
Yeah, Gazbot. Gazbot everywhere. Gazbot. Gazbot.com. Gazbot a million years. Gazbot. I turned into Rick from Rick and Morty for a second. You and me, Morty. Rick and Morty a million times.
Reno says we need more Ninja Turtles from you, brother. You def know how to draw those characters crazy good.
Thanks. Yeah, that's one of those things where, like, I don't have a lot of dreams of working for Marvel anymore. Not that I wouldn't do it, but it's just not, like, I don't see it happening. But, dude, if I could work on some Ninja Turtle comics, I could die the next day. Well, maybe not the next day.
Reno says, Gazbot, Gazbot, Gazbot. Follow him.
The prices are...
Points.
The prices are insane.
Everything must go.
Everything must Gazbot go.
Someone's asking, that guy is asking, who draws TMNT?
Currently, I honestly don't know. I was reading the IDW book for a while, but I've fallen behind. I mean, obviously, it used to be Eastman and Laird, and then for a while, it was a couple other guys. Brian Talbot. But, I mean, we're talking like 80s and 90s. Who does it now? I don't know. I know, actually, Kevin Eastman, one of the original creators, even though he doesn't own it anymore, was writing a lot of the books, and I think he did some covers, and I think he did an annual, but he's not the regular artist.
That guy, RY, says, yo! Exclamation point.
I agree. Thank you. All right, I'm getting to the point where I'm going to be done or Copic. What time is it, Qbot?
It is 11:44.
It's 11:44.
What do you guys think? Who votes?
Who votes?
Should you guys keep going, or are we done? Nobody's voting.
Well, I think there's a little bit of a lag. Like before when I said, can you hear the music? And nobody said anything for a minute.
Keep going, says Sketchy Scenario.
That's one vote. I need at least two.
Keep going, says St. Castro.
Oh, that's two. All right.
Go for it, says 9N Days. Keep going, man, says A1-6.
All right.
And he has the OK symbol or the super tight butthole emoji.
Super tight butthole. I'm sure that's what it is. All right. I'm going to start with the blue on the face.
Start with blue. Oh, wait, I don't have to say what you're saying.
All right. I got some Copics. These are not... I have a set of warm and cool gray.
Says take your clothes off.
Me?
Show them your teats.
All right. Here we go. Here, let me watch this. Want a little skin? Ooh, that's my shoulder, baby. Anyway,
Reno's working on Goku vs. Vegeta.
Whoa. How many pieces do you own from Reno?
Like 4, but I'm about to own 6.
We got Deadpool. We got Krillin. We got Groot. I got a Ken. That's my favorite. Reno does some awesome Street Fighter stuff.
Yeah, Reno, I'm buying those DBZ prints, FYI.
Yeah, that's a good thing. For anybody that doesn't know Reno's stuff, previously you could only get his work by commissioning it or buying an original piece, which is awesome. But if you didn't have the cash or if you missed out on that piece, he's doing prints now for the first time. So you're in luck.
Yeah, I can't afford any more fine art frames.
All right, so I always go back.
Coco Works joined. Mestizo joined. Hey,
Hello,
Coco.
hello everybody. Coco is Reno's Quellen. I actually said when I watched him, I'm like, if you're not, I said to Q, if you're not around to tell me what people are saying, I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Mestizo says, awesome work. Coco says, hey guys, or hi guys.
Thank you and hello.
Love the tag team.
We learned it from watching you.
Our Passaby is asking if he's the first follower here on Periscope.
Yep.
Blue.
Yo, Reno, or anybody that uses Copics, actually, do you guys and girls work from dark to light or light to dark? Because I know different people do it different ways, and I've even gone back and forth. Like, right now I'm doing light to dark, but that's not what I always do.
Lots of hearts.
Thank you for the hearts.
Oh gosh, both, says Sketchy Scenario. A Wanton says light to dark. Sketchy Scenario says depends on the paper too. 9N Days says light to dark. Ox is dark to light.
Well, I knew there'd be
Ronan
somebody.
says hi. Reno says he switches it up.
All right, so it seems like mostly light to dark or switch it up, with Ox being the only one that's adamantly dark to light. Depends on the paper. Wow, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I'm just so, like, I use just some, like, Bristol vellum. Like, I don't get fancy with my paper. It's the Strathmore. I don't even know what I did with the sketch pad. But, like, the stuff you get at Michael's, you know, the 9x12 pads.
Ox says metal sign. Reno says dark to light depending on paper, and it has to be fast to get the blends good.
Yeah.
Sketchy Scenario says mostly light to dark for them. And Reno says he uses the same paper.
Yeah, you get good blending. I don't get really good blending, but I'm also not going for it, which I don't know if it's kind of defeating the purpose of a Copic, I guess.
Ox says, quick is the way he rolls. Wait. Coco says she has brown hearts, like poop hearts.
Oh, yay.
Poop hearts.
Poop hearts.
Yay.
Poop hearts for the win. The one thing I'm worried about, though, with the color is I got to do the gold.
Oh God, there's so many hearts.
Yay, everybody. It's a heart party. Not like a fart party, although I'll take farts, too. Thank you for the hearts.
Poop hearts.
There you go. That's close enough. I got to get more hearts than Jason David Frank today. Could we do that? Could we get me 2 million right now?
All right. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I feel the dragons are power flowing into me.
Can I see, like, the total hearts? I don't even know.
I think you have to look at my account.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no.
What's the matter?
I left the Periscope.
My translator left the Periscope.
No, I'm back. I'm back.
She's back. Hey, welcome, Quellen. Thanks for joining us. All right, and I'll put just a little bit of this super dark blue.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a tip.
Just a tip. I don't want to get too crazy because it doesn't really match the other blues that well. That's what I was starting to say is I have a good set of warm and cold gray, a cool gray rather.
Affluent Lifestyle just joined.
Well, hello, hoity-toity.
Alright, toy.
I hope you don't mind slumming it with us here.
Guys, my hearts are pink.
Yay!
Sketchy Scenarios is kind of like marker paper, but it's tricky. Affluent Lifestyle said, "Aye, Power Rangers antagonist."
Indeed, it is Goldar, the powerful yet comedic lieutenant.
Rawr.
Yep, that's a good impression. That's
Our
better than
Cassidy
mine.
is watching while having his late lunch.
Wow.
And Watson wants to know what marker size did you ink the piece? He missed it.
I didn't use a marker to ink it. I used a Japanese brush pen, primarily this one right here, which it's Gantan, I believe that says. But then now I'm just using Copics. I use a couple microns for the fine detail too. All right, so that's the blue. Now let me see. This is where I might run into trouble because my color selection is not that robust. Well, red. Okay, I know I'm okay with red, so we'll do his eyes and his jewel next.
Yeah, if you don't have the color, you can put a Michael's.
Yeah, but not right now. If I don't have the color.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. That's part of the reason I wasn't sure I wanted to do the color. Time, but also
Just do what you can,
completability. All right, so let's see. These are all in the R. That's something I didn't know at first. If people
Our
don't...
Cassidy's from the Philippines.
Oh, awesome. Philippines got a whole lot of great Sentai and Tokusatsu stuff. They're like... Might as well be Japan in terms of like the cool stuff they have.
I cannot see these markers. You were holding
Oh,
them
sorry.
on screen.
These are all red markers with the R in front, which is something I didn't know. I bought these colored markers separately, and back when I first got them, I didn't realize that you needed to pay attention to the letter.
St. Castro wants Alpha 5.
Alpha
Aye,
5?
aye, aye.
Really? Wow. Most
Aye,
people,
aye,
most
Rangers.
people are not a big fan of Alpha 5. I don't know that I would do an Alpha 5 next. I think I'd probably do a Z next, to be honest.
Zed! Rita!
Is that your Goldar? All right. What was I saying? I don't know.
My Goldar is terrible.
Your what?
My Goldar is terrible.
Is that what people are telling you?
No, that's what I'm telling
Yeah,
myself.
yeah, you're right.
Oh!
Mine's terrible too, though. He's kind of got like a dopey snarl. Like,
I think that my Goldar made everyone stop talking.
they're like, shh, she's gonna do it again. Get ready to laugh.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah, different seasons, like, he had glowing, like, literally glowing red eyes, and...
Now Reno says he should do Zordon vs. Alpha 5. Reno, you're getting into Gaz territory here.
Yeah, don't you know I own the copyright to these characters now?
Yeah, you're a DC guy. He's Sentai guy.
Let me see. Oh, I gotta do his mouth. See, he has pink gums and tongue, right?
I think you should look at restaurants, because don't ask me.
Well, I don't have time right now. So I will...
I'll look. Hold on, guys.
I'm 90% sure.
Goldar mouth.
Oh, you know, I gotta do the gem around his neck anyway, so I'll do that. I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's dark mostly, because you can't, you know, it doesn't open so wide.
Look at, like, season 3 and 4 stuff. I think that's when you can see it more. I like having an assistant.
It's hard to see.
I'm just gonna pretend it's pink. Maybe add a little bit of
He looks like he has a reddish tongue.
Right.
His teeth are white, but there's
A hint of yellow, probably.
It's dark because it's a schnout, so...
Yeah.
Remember, you gotta add some perspective to it or something. Didn't imagine I'd hear about someone Googling Goldar's mouth today. I Google Goldar's mouth every day.
Well, then you should have known the answer then.
Well, I don't remember. That's why I have to Google it every day.
Oh, I see. You're diligent, but with a terrible memory. All right, well, I have this blush, which I'll use as the base for all the inside mouth stuff. I think I might use a tint of blue in there, too, just so it doesn't look too out of place. I don't know. Maybe it could work without it. I do feel like I should put some yellow on his teeth. There's no way this guy's got, like,
No,
curly
they're
white
white,
teeth.
man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Goldar has a good dental plan.
I picture him, like, just ripping into, like, raw meat and not brushing his teeth, and they start, like, decaying, and it smells terrible.
No,
but he's like, ah, makes me more handsome and powerful.
No, he's got good chompers, man. I mean, you could probably put, like, a little bit of a shading on them.
Yeah, some yellow shading. I'm glad you finally came around.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Must be like you. Must go. People are saying I'm hilarious.
You are hilarious.
Listen, Goldar loves Obamacare.
What?
Because now he can get dental for the first time.
Yeah, but he's an illegal alien.
9N Days says we're a pretty good team. That's why we're married.
Ta-da-ta-ta-ta-ta.
They're laughing, but I don't know if there's a delay, so I think it's from like a few minutes ago.
As long as they're laughing.
Could you sell prints of that Goldar? R. Paspy says.
I wasn't.
Affluent Lifestyle says Goldar looks way cooler than what he is.
Well, thank you.
Sketchy Scenario says we're adorable, and Affluent Lifestyle says he was always getting whooped on.
That's true. Prince. I might. If I do, though, I don't think I'll do this copic version. I think I would do like a digital version.
What? No.
I don't know. We'll see. What?
Copic.
I don't know. Well, actually, Reno has done that recently, where he's made prints of his copics.
Listen,
I haven't seen how well that comes out, though. I don't know. Yeah. When I've scanned stuff before that I've colored traditionally, it never kind of looks that good to me. So, if I could.
Sketchy Scenario says copic though. Reno says, yeah, I like textures. He says he'll send us some. I don't know what he's sending us. What did you just say?
Me?
Yeah, he said he'll send us some.
Oh, of his prints?
Oh, the prints. Is it weird that St. Castro draws straight to digital?
No, I like more than half my work is digital. Like this, I would normally just clean up digitally, ink it, and color it digitally. I'm doing traditional ink because it's Inktober, and I'm doing copics because I felt like getting deluxe, and we're on a Periscope. There's no wrong way to do art. Oh, I sound like such a hippie. There's no wrong way.
Nice.
Thank you. All right, so
the only wrong way to do art is to not do art.
Sure. All right, let's see what I got in terms of my...
One thing Art Paspy's worried about in selling prints is they say some of the companies like Marvel and Disney is, and I'm assuming...
Cracking down. Yeah, I've seen that story too. Those stories have floated around for a while, so chances are it's just a rumor. I mean, it could come true one day, but, you know, what are you going to do? I think, you know, part of me wouldn't mind if that happened to the big dealers. Like, little guys, I think, should just do whatever they want, obviously. But there are I think the people that would be in trouble wouldn't be people like us. It would be the guys and girls that I see at every convention with a wall of prints that they didn't even necessarily do. And people that are selling stuff on, like, Redbubble and things like that. They're going to be the ones that get in trouble first. So that if they start getting in trouble, then maybe worry about it. But I don't think it'll even happen, to be honest. Okay, so there's a yellow I can use.
Yellow.
There's a yellow I can use.
Yellow.
There's a yellow I can use.
Yellow.
And there's a yellow I can... Oh, I got a lot of yellow. Okay, cool. I didn't realize how much yellow and orange I have.
I
I did
some like goldish looking brownies too in there too.
Yeah, but I'd want to get a good base of like a yellow-orange first.
Reno says the biters, the charlatans, the people that don't do their own stuff.
Yeah.
And Ox, buy more comics. Okay.
Well, I agree that everyone should buy more comics. Sorry, I'm just sorting my
Like Yaz's comic, The Horror A4, coming to you later this year.
Buy it in 2 months. Oh, these are... Oh, I see. I have R4 and... Okay, sorry. All right, I'm ready to go. I'm going to start with
Even if they did, I'd still be selling my prints, says 9N Days.
Yeah.
They're a rebel, and they don't care.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like... It would only affect the people that were selling, like, tons and tons of money's worth at every big show. If you're just doing it at a couple small shows or online, you're going to be fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
9N Days is a trench coat artist. Reno, buy your comics digitally unless it's an older comic. Well, he buys his digitally.
Oh, I see. Well, you're welcome to do it either way. When my book comes out, I will offer it digitally, although I personally don't buy digital. Not that I'm like, screw digital, but I prefer paper, even though I then end up giving it away or selling it half the time. I just like the tactile feel.
Give it away now.
That's right. Hey, that's vaguely topical because there was a Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
What yellow is that? Sketchy Scenario wants to know.
This is Y17 Golden Yellow.
Like Goldar yellow?
Bingo! I would like it if I had one that was a little bit lighter, but this is the latest one I have, and I can't go buy more in the middle of the night. So I'm going to make up for it by going darker on the other page.
Sketchy Scenario says, ooh, nice.
Hey-oh. And actually, I just messed up right there, but I can fix it. This spot right here, that shouldn't have been yellow. That's background. But I'm going to put some kind of black or something in the background, so that'll be all right.
Oh, no.
I do caricatures a lot at like birthday parties and stuff. It's like one of the ways I make money. And one thing that has taught me is that when you mess up, you could just fix it. You know, like most people don't even notice that you've messed up, and you can usually just draw over it or incorporate it in some way that the average person never even knew there was a mistake. That doesn't mean I intentionally try to make mistakes, but it's taken a lot of the worry out of it. I mean, there's like a million mistakes in this that most people can't see but me. And if you can, please don't tell me. But like little mistakes that are recoverable. I mean, like if I just drew a big X through his face, that'd be fine. I could fix that.
Working off of mistakes is a great way to improve confidence, a sketchy scenario. St. Castro says it's so hard to make money as an artist in NYC.
I can imagine. The only time I made money as an artist in NYC was working in studios. I never tried to do the like the self-employed thing until I came out here, actually. California, which is where I am now, for those that didn't hear that earlier. Actually, that was almost a perfect gold color. That really worked out.
I was really excited about it.
Yeah. I mean, this is just the one that I happen to have. And that's what I was saying before, is like most of the colors I have are just, oh, I need a yellow, and so I bought a yellow that day.
A. Watson says, this is such an awesome piece. Seriously, don't worry about the mistakes, quote unquote. Sketchy Scenario says, San Diego represent. San
Diego. That's awesome. It's nowhere near me, but I go there once a year for Comic-Con.
Thanks, A. Wanton.
Is that a compliment for you?
No, because you were saying it was awesome.
Oh.
Thanks, man.
Everybody's so positive and nice tonight. I've had, like, almost entirely positive experiences with the internet in general and social media in general, which is crazy, but I guess it's just, like, generally artists are nicer people. I mean, I'm kind of making a broad stereotype there, but, like, yeah. Everybody's just really supportive and nice to each other. That shut everybody up. Like, oh
No,
God.
people were saying like OMG, and I don't know what.
That I'm preaching about brotherly love among artists and they're barfing to themselves.
Fella joined.
Hello!
Sketchy Scenario says it's because we're all passionate nerds.
Yeah.
Nards. Coco Works joined again.
Oh, I didn't know she left.
Ox says, ha ha ha, hate all the things.
Hate all the things. Alright, we'll go for a little bit darker. What was that? That second color was Y38. Now this is where it's going to get tricky. So those are the only two I have in the Y family.
Oh no.
I have YR, and I think I'm going to go YR4. YR is yellow-red, for those that don't know, and 4 is one of the lighter ones, so it should work pretty well. Yeah, that works okay.
St. Castro says, Goldar's looking pimp.
Yeah, well, the gold helps with that. Thank you. Do you guys ever see... There's a Destro from G.I. Joe. They released like a special Destro figure for some convention. I don't know where. Everybody calls him Pimp Destro, which isn't obviously what he's supposed to be. But he's got like a gold faceplate and like leopard print like fur. And like he literally just looks like a pimp. I think it was like Tiger Force or Python Patrol or some weird variant that, again, you can only get it. And now it's like $100, something stupid like that. Because I would love to have it in my collection, but I'm not going to pay that price for it. But he literally is like Pimp Destro. You put, like, Zyuranger next to him, and she kind of looks like a hooker. So, you know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Pimp Destro figure, and you can probably find it pretty easy.
I'm trying to sprinkle some pink hearts in with Coco's poop hearts.
Oh, nice. It's like putting potpourri on top of a fart.
99 Days says Destro was always a pimp.
That's true, but in this figure, he looks the part. YR4, okay. There were the browns? I think you're right about adding a little bit of brown. Here they go. Just for this extreme.
Who said that? Did I say that?
Yeah, well, you said there's some browns in there.
How dare you talk about dial tones woman like that? Says 9 Days.
Damn, that's a deep cut. Very much respect.
If you want to make a fierceful villain artwork, you should do underlighting. Just my opinion, art passable.
That is what I am doing. So I agree.
I don't know what underlighting is. Yay!
Who said that?
Me.
Oh, just light coming from beneath. Like that's why I have him lighter in the snout here and darker up here.
Man, copics are magical.
Right, has nothing to do with my skill. Yesterday I couldn't draw. I was a construction worker from Ohio. Then I picked up a Copic and suddenly, pow!
What you're doing with copics is that. Shut up!
I know. You're being positive. I'm just being a jerk.
Aye.
Alpha! Quickly, walk on to coordinates!
Aye.
Yeah, this brown, that was nice. I'm not going to do it now because I'd have to dig it out, but I might go put a couple whiteout highlights when I'm done on the armor to make it really look shiny. I think what I should do before I put any more... hold on. Maybe I'll put a little bit more.
Coco is like a professional heart giver.
Well, I did pay her, so... Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, this brown is really... Thank you, Coco, by the way.
Coco said, ooh, shiny.
Is Coco going to be at Comic-Con as well, at the table?
I will wait
With
for
Reno?
answer in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that works.
She said lots of practice about her professional heart giving.
That's impressive. Most people can only give one heart.
Yes, all of the days.
Awesome.
Who's
Hey,
Coco?
who's Coco?
That's what Art Passidy's asking.
Oh,
Coco works in the channel.
she's in the channel. She is also affiliated with Mr. Reno Masad. Affiliated.
She's his Periscope announcer.
It's true. They pioneered this technique. We have just adopted it. All right.
A. Watson says, love your relationship, you guys. Reminds me of my girl.
Hooray! I'm glad other people have good love too.
Man, look at those shadows.
Was that you or somebody?
That's me.
Okay.
Patsby says he knows only guy named Coco Martin, actor here in the Philippines.
Coco Martin. Wasn't that a baseball player or something, too? That name sounds familiar.
9N Day says, good love.
Good love.
All I need is love.
Good love.
St. Castro says, I wish I had a girl, sad face.
Oh.
Rito says, damn, you colored this fast.
Coloring's the easiest part.
St. Castro said, all I got is art.
Art's more important.
It's true.
Whatever makes you happy is important.
Cats.
Cats are important.
Coco, I'm so stoked you guys are doing both. You're both doing this. Hashtag power couple.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh, I didn't do gold.
D Fella says, are you two even in drinking though? No.
No, I actually don't drink at all.
Neither do I. Ish. I drink at weddings.
Yeah.
Ox says it's like weird science. I don't know what that means.
Because I created her out of a computer and a lightning bolt or something?
So to draw the girl... Okay. Because Reno told the guy without the girlfriend to draw a girl for himself.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I have a good yellow for his teeth. Oh, I'm going to cheat.
I really don't think you should put yellow on his teeth.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No.
Look. I have these Japanese dollar store colors that I got for Christmas from a friend of mine. And when I can't find the Copic I need, I bust these out.
You've used them before?
Yep. I did a Kakaida piece, and I used these for the color I needed. I'll do a little test down here to make sure I'm not going to ruin the picture. Oh, that's actually a really good... That would have been good for the armor. Maybe I'll just put a little bit. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do this. That looks good. Just little teeny... I don't know if the camera could even pick up those little teeny detail lines just to make it look a little bit more like metal. Can you see that? Probably not.
No.
Well, I'm sorry. This will be tedious for a second while I put a few of these in. I won't go too crazy. But it's like a tarnished gold kind of color.
Some people say they see them. I can see you putting them in.
Right.
It's just hard to see the detail. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
It's just a little accent. But yeah, for like what they are, they're actually pretty good. And before you ask me the brand name, I'm not sure.
I can ask her where she got it.
It says Sai Traditional Japanese Colors, SAI.
Our Cassidy says he has to go.
Oh, well, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Art it up. Or art it down. Art it all over town. Welcome to Poetry Night. I'm Gazbot. It's not really poetry night. Alright, almost done with these. Just gotta spread them out a little bit so they don't look too out of place. These are the kind of details that are gonna look good when somebody picks it up and looks real close, but otherwise nobody will notice. These are the kind of details that aren't gonna sell. And like if I made a print of this, nobody would buy it because of these details. But then when they got home, they'd be like, "Whoa, look at this part." Or if they're an artist, of course, then they would notice. All right. Now, this will not be good for the yellow in the teeth, though, which is what I was looking for originally. So I'm gonna go back to my pack of Sai.
Why do you need a Goldar?
I just want a little bit of yellow in there. Just a little bit, like a dirty yellow. That's a really bright yellow. Let's see what it looks like under here.
You should put like a gleam, like a sparkle. Like Goldar just came from the dentist and his teeth are brilliantly white.
You're brilliantly white. But again, I'm using this for a little bit of yellow.
Watson wants to know if he can direct message you on Instagram for a commission.
Yes, of course. You could get me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere you direct message me. I would be happy to talk about commissions. I will say, though, if it's something you need urgently, it might be a problem. I probably won't be able to do anything until like towards the end of November because I have a few things going right now. But I'm always open to taking more as long as you're not on a tight timeline. Okay. Oh. I'm going to leave his teeth alone for now. I'm not promising... Oh, wait a minute.
People are taking screenshots.
How can you even tell? Alright, I'm just going to use this little bit of blendy color. Yeah, you can barely even see this, just to give it a little bit of shadow. Even Quellen can't object to these. It just helps blend it in to the gums a little bit.
Alright, give it some gum line shadow.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
It's not too bad. I am going to go back and put just a hint of really light blue in the gums because it just.
Yeah, that's what what's her bucket said.
What's her bucket, huh?
Adam Hughes' wife.
Oh, I don't remember her name, but.
But she says it's good to like use like the same color in multiple places to kind of bring it together.
Yeah, she's a good colorist. So I must have subconsciously retained that information, and there you go. I think that looks good that way. All right, I got to do these fur bombs, and then the background, I guess. I'm not sure. I was going to do the fire in the background, but now I'm not so sure. This is warm. Yeah, warm.
Color theory science.
Color theory science. Fighting all the criminals of art. I'm going to start with a W5 and just bam it in up here.
Bam! Bam! Did you guys get Adam Hughes' DVD on Coloring with Copics?
I did not.
No, but we went to a panel with Adam Hughes' wife.
At Comic-Con, actually. At San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I also saw a panel with Adam Hughes at WonderCon in San Jose for grayscale Copics, which is what made me go buy a set of Copics to begin with. I'm much better with grays than I am with colors. Just generally speaking, my color theory is not the best. It's passable, you know, I could get paid to do it, but given the choice, like when I'm working on my own work, I like to do grayscale. But it's very much a taste thing too, because I love the old black and white Ninja Turtle comics growing up and stuff, and like.
Iwata wants to know if we're going to New York Comic Con, but we're not.
No, but our buddy Reno Masada is going to be there. You can check him out.
Coco wants to know if she had her rogue hairstyle. I believe yes, she did.
I don't understand that.
Her hairstyle, she had like a streak in it, like a rogue.
She who?
Adam Hughes' wife.
Oh, that was like 10 minutes ago.
Keep up.
I don't remember that.
Watson said, yeah, def, am dope, do dope art.
I like it. Alliteration. Alright, so I did 5, 6, 7 in the warms, and now I'm going to go for... Gonna go the other way.
Scenario went to a Copic panel at STCC, and the comic artist used only greens to make the character blonde.
Wow, that's crazy. Was that this year?
It was nuts.
I would like to see that. That's some true. That's like real color theory of like doing magic tricks to fool people's minds and eyes. Are you Baymax?
Last year.
Oh, last year. Well, maybe they'll do it again next year. Alright, so. Fire. Yeah, I don't know about fire, because it's so much yellow already. If I had more variation, green would make sense. Blue and orange are complementary colors, and I already got them going. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of purple, a little bit of red.
Well, Goldar hangs out in parks.
That's true.
He loves nature.
Yes.
He hangs out in space, in Rita's space castle.
Her space castle, yes.
What's her space castle wall?
It's like kind of gray and stuff. I think what I'm going to do... Well, no, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some highlight color, which I meant to do. I wanted to add a little bit of purple under his chin. This is Blue Violet 02. Let me see how that looks.
A little bit of purple.
Might be too much. I might need to get a lighter one. I might need to go to the store. Let me see what the other light one I have is. Blue Violet 4, which is probably going to be darker. Let's see. Yeah, that's no good. Well, if I don't do purple, I could do green. No, I really want purple. Purple's my favorite, like, secondary light color, or underlight or whatever. I think I'm going to be done. I think I might do a little bit more work on it, but I want to get some more markers and sleep on the background to see if maybe I just want to leave it white. I don't know. I think I'm going to be done for tonight, but I do thank everybody for checking it out. I'll put this up for tonight for my Inktober piece, and then when I do some more work on it, I will put it up and you can check it out then. And thanks again for everybody. Thanks for all the hearts. And
don't forget, subscribe to his channel on YouTube to see more videos about art process and his book, The Horror A4, coming out in 2016.
That's exactly right, what she said. Actually, I'll probably, if this video recorded, I'll probably put it up there. So you can watch it again. But I'm glad everybody got along and had a good time. And Green Ranger does win. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks everyone.
Have a good night.